I'd like to share a software project I've been working on that's been FDA cleared and is licensed. And I think it's one that really ups your game for the lowly head CT. The product is called NeuroAlign. And I'm going to start by showing you one case. These are the original studies from 6 months earlier on the left at the time of admission in the middle and 2 days after admission on the right. In each case, I've centered near the habenular calcification here. When we do that, the images are slightly in different planes, and so as a result, we have different appearance of the sulcal spaces on each of the studies. That makes it a little difficult to try to compare both symmetry and also any interval change as you go through the study. There is a new small lacunar infarct since the old study from 6 months earlier. But the area of interest is actually in the left frontal lobe, where you can see on the 2-day after admission film that there's an infarct in the cortex. That's not really picked up on the original study. And now what I'd like to do is to show you what the NeuroAlign images look like on the same patient. So let's just do this. And I'm going to get these all aligned. There we go. So now we have the NeuroAlign images. These go all through the habenula, and I've got them not quite aligned here. One's off a little bit. There we go. So now as we go through here, you can see the sulcal pattern is exactly the same, and it's much easier to compare both side to side, and also the new study versus the old study. When we get to the area of infarction in the left frontal lobe, that's again evident on the follow-up 2 days later, but difficult to call on the study at the time of admission. What I'm now going to do is show you an additional series that we are able to do because we co-registered the images. We can do a subtraction series. And the subtraction series is always the new minus the old study. And basically what it does is it allows you to subtract the Hounsfield units on a pixel by pixel basis such that you're doing new minus the old. And so if you have a new area that's lower density than it used to be, when you subtract, you get a negative number or a dark area. And if we take a look at that area of infarction, this is at the time of admission, and it shows up as a dark area on this subtraction image. It's much like a diffusion image that's noisy, but also very sensitive. So if we take a look at this and you say to yourself, okay, this is abnormal, let's go to the underlying image here from the same time of admission. And when you compare that with the study from 6 months earlier, you can see that this gyrus extends posteriorly here, and on the admission film, that gyrus is truncated because there's been an infarct involving the gray matter such that it's isodense with the white matter. It doesn't really show up as an abnormality on here necessarily, but as on a subtraction series, it's really evident. So this is just one example of the use of the subtraction series. It's very useful for complicated postoperative or post-traumatic cases with hemorrhage and subdurals, etc. I hope you like it. I'd like to get your comments and feedback. Thank you.